Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Good morning, Stampers. How's everybody doing today? So I'm going to wait for a few minutes till everybody gets on. And let me say right up front, if my technology doesn't work, just hang on, because if I get cut off, if the connection ends, I will jump back on, okay? So let's hope for the best, but prepare for the worst, as they say. Okay, so let me just push this, see what's going on, see if anybody's there yet. I have learned a few new tricks, so that's kind of fun, learning as I go along. So it's finally Friday. I hope everybody had a great week and looking forward to the weekend. So let me just grab my glasses. So today what I'm going to be working on is needle and thread. And of course that's from the new catalog. Just grab these. I can't have them opened, but I need my marker. So let me just flip the camera and show you what we have. Okay, so give me one moment. Okay, so first of all, let me just tell you that the host code for December is right here. So if you go on my website and you want to order, just use that host code. Okay, good morning, Kathleen. Good morning, Megan. Okay, so there's the host code. I'm Rose Ward from Stampersdelight.com, Stampersdelight.stampinup.net. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so the new catalogs are out. Well, they're not out for you, but for demonstrators they are. Okay, so we have the Occasions catalog that's going to be available to you soon. If you need a catalog, just contact me and reserve yours. These start January 3rd. This is January 3rd to June 3rd. Celebration is from January 3rd to March 31st. Okay, I can't open the catalogs, but I can show you what I've got. Okay, so let's move this over. So each video that I do, I'm going to try to showcase one of the sets. And this one is Morning Valerie. This is the needle and thread. I'll be honest with you, when I first saw this, I was like, yeah, it's really nice, but I'm not a sewing person or a quilting person. But when I saw this, oh my God, yeah, I had to have it. Okay, so here's the stamp sets, or the stamps. Okay, and I'm going to be using most of these, or showing most of these today. And then we have these great die cuts. I have to look. Sometimes they're framelets, sometimes they're thinlets. So let's take a look. You can see I was playing with all of them. You have this great frame. This is an embossing piece, makes it look stitched. You'll see a couple things with that. And of course we have all the little doodads for the flowers and the greenery. And this is kind of neat. You'll see this one in a minute. This is greenery, but it's all one stamp. So let me know if you can see me, everything is okay. This is probably my favorite piece, believe it or not. I say that for everything, don't I? But wait till you see what you can do with this one. These are the only two pieces I didn't use, I think. But I did use them. No, I didn't even use them on stage. But so those are the framelets. And I'll be showing you more of those pieces in a minute. Okay, so I have a green light. And I have to keep watching, make sure I have a green light. That I found out. If it goes yellow, then it means I'm not on anymore, and I have to jump back on, okay? Okay, so with that, let me show you the cards that I've done. This is the first one, which I call Simple Stamping, which is our campaign for 2019. And I think if you saw on my website or my blog, I already posted this one just to show you. 2 stamps, that's all it is. Cute, quick, easy, thank you. The next one I did was I wanted to do a card that had just ink, stamps, and not embellishments, but you know, where I didn't have to use the designer series paper or the framelets. Sometimes you just want to stamp. So this is what I came up with this one. So these are the stamps. Now I'm going to bring this in real close. Depending on your ink pad, you don't want a real juicy ink pad, but look at this. Let me bring that up. Can you see the detail in that? This is the distinctive stamps where you stamp them. And I know I'm moving, sorry. The still pictures will be better, okay? But this is just ink, stamps, and paper. A little bit more than simple stamping, but not much. And then, of course, inside. Okay, the next one, I got a little bit fancier. This one is the Designer Series paper, and of course, butterflies are in this year. So what I did with this one is I used the Butterfly Designer Series paper and that framelit that I had showed you. Now this ribbon right here, which is called the, let me flip it over, Flax Ribbon. I did show you that, and I used that on my last video where you could pull it apart. Hi, Maria. So what I did was, I really like this new ribbon, but I absolutely love this ribbon in the catalog. So I couldn't make up my mind which one I wanted to use. So if you could see that, can you see it? I used both. So for this one, I used the stitch framelits, the square one, on a piece of vellum. And let me open this a minute. Should have kept these open so I could show you each piece, because I'm not going to use the big shot. I don't want to jiggle the work table. I used this piece right here onto vellum, and then I used my sponge dauber so that, let's see if I can bring that in, so that the stitched part looks darker. Okay, and then I used our layering squares. This right here is the little buttons that go with the needle and thread the suite. And I took Night of Navy blender pen blends, and I just darkened it. Didn't put any ribbon or thread through it. I just made a little dark one. Okay, I really like this one too. I like them all. And of course the inside, and here's a little stitched butterfly that comes with the set. So that was the next one I came up with. This one that I'm going to show you is the one that we did at On Stage in Florida. And you can see I did make a little mistake here. I'll point it out. I wasn't quite straight. But that's okay. Nobody would even notice. And again, there's the framelit, this framelit. And there's also a framelit to cut those 3 flowers out, which is this stamp right here. Okay. Thank you for sharing, Stacy and Angie. Keep sharing. And then the inside, of course, I did the happiest birthday to you, but then I took that other stamp, which I used on the simple stamping card, and I stamped it off once and gave it a little background. Okay. The next one I did with Berry Burst is, again, I used one of the Designer Series. You can't really see this, but the Designer Series paper is just as intricate and detailed as those stamps. But when you get it, you will see it. Okay, so for this one, again, and then I stamped on this framelit here. I'm going to show you that in a minute. And the framelit